You're the founder of IDC. I want to know what exactly inspired this. Like, what was your sort of your mission goals at the onset of this whole instructional design company journey for you?
It's really interesting because the instructional design company really wasn't a plan that I had for myself.
Right.
Years and years and years ago, I left my corporate job to try freelancing as an instructional designer. And that was, back before Upwork was, like really hopping and doing, its thing. But I did it. I reached out to some of my network, let them know what I was doing. At the time, my mother had been diagnosed with cancer. I just wanted to have more flexibility. And so I got some steady income from old bosses, old colleagues that I used to work with. And that was going really, really great until I like really honed in and focused on a single client because, you know, they needed a lot of time and they were a great client. And so that
Right.
went really, really well for some time until one day they're like, you know what? We decided we weren't going to have freelancers anymore, but we'd love to offer you a full time job. So then I went back to work for corporate America where I was, which I stayed for another 5 years. And that was all great. And then I decided before my daughter went to pre-K and then kindergarten that I really wanted to spend more time at home because this corporate job I had required that I was gone about 50% of the time. So every other week I had to fly to my work location, stay there for a week, and then I would come home, it was a great job. And I did a lot of really fun things in that job. But then it's just like, wow, I'm missing out on a lot of things with my daughter, which I didn't want to do. And so I decided that I was going to take the year off and just be a mom and, focus on a lot of health things too, because when you're on the road and working a lot, you sometimes like let your personal health go. So I gained 20
Right.
pounds. Like I just had stuff that I had to do to get better. And so I decided to resign, take a year off. But if you know me at all, I don't thrive without having projects to work on.
Right.
I'm an achievement junkie and I know it. So it's like I had to work on something. And so then, a few colleagues that I had worked with reached out. They're like, hey, I know you're taking the year off, but you want this project. And I was like, sure, I'll take this project. And then before I knew it, I had like this whole freelance business going and I was working full time for myself. And it was great. Like I just, I set goals for myself, in year one, blew those out of the water, and then I had more work than I could handle. And so after sitting with it for a while and evaluating what I wanted to do next, like turn away work, hand off work, push it down the timeline, I decided that I would open an agency and provide these services to clients. So it didn't just have to be me, it would be a team. So that's
Right.
really how the instructional design company came to be. It wasn't
Okay.
a plan, but it was in the cards.